Want a sword? Get a mentor. Hey, it's Nina Carmichael. We made this video is probably because you're the most ambitious person in your circle. You know you're capable of more and you get the punch by surrounding yourself with the best. So today let's learn from one of the best, my husband Evan Carmichael, the number one reason that you are not winning. Enjoy! Okay, let's kick it off with rule number one, believe.
Whether you believe you can or you can't, you're right. Right? Whether you believe you can or you can't, you're right. One of the biggest reasons why entrepreneurs don't win, because you don't believe in yourself enough. It's why do I have this channel? Why is my one word believe? Look at the back of Nina's sweater. There it is, right? Believe. That's it. It's so important. There's so many, you guys are geniuses. There's so many geniuses, massively talented people out there with amazing ideas that can change the world, but you don't go off and crush it because you don't believe in yourself enough. I think the two biggest problems in the world are, one, recognizing that you have Michael Jordan level talent at something, believing that you have something in you, that you're not meant to just wake up and photocopy your life every day working for somebody else, just believing that. And two, then believing in that ability. Believing that you have Michael Jordan level talent at something, and then when you found it, believing in it enough to chase it down every day to get better, because you need to beat on your craft, because it may be something that's totally outside what is normal in your family, because it may be something way outside what is normal for your culture or your society or your community, but you have to go off and do that crazy thing. And it's really hard to believe in yourself enough to chase it down, especially when it's against what everybody around you is saying and what they believe. And so, great, yes, I need to believe in myself, amazing. How do you do it? What's the process? How do you gain self-belief? You need to eliminate the negativity in your life and replace it with belief. So think about, what are the thoughts, who are the people, what are the things around you that keep you where you are, that keep these negative patterns in your head? Is it your parents? Is it your friends? Is it the TV shows you're watching, the media you're consuming? Like, what is it that is toxic, that makes you feel small? And as much as possible, you either cut it out of your life or reduce the exposure. If it's your mom who's always on you and says you can't go be an entrepreneur, maybe you just don't talk about your career with your mom. You put boundaries up. I don't want to talk about this. There's other things that we have in common. You focus on that stuff. You lay out the ground rules. You make them respect you. And you don't talk about the things that you know is going to lead to conflict. And for other people, you may need to just completely cut them out of your life. If it's your best friend from growing up, just because you were friends in grade 4 doesn't mean you should still be friends with adults. A lot of our friendships are out of convenience. You're with people just because it's convenient to be with people, but you've grown apart and you have to recognize that. If somebody is toxic around you, you shouldn't be with them. And if you are, it's micro doses. And so you need to cut out a lot of the crap in your life. Anything that's causing negativity or self-doubt needs to be eliminated from your life as much as possible. Great, now you have a vacuum. Now you've got this hole, not as this void inside you. Great, what do? You fill it up with positivity. You fill it up with belief. My channel's a pretty good resource. I got this channel, I got the other channels, we got 3 videos plus a day coming out across my channels, that if you want more belief in your life, here's a great resource for you. But forget about me, it's not about me, it's about you. What makes you feel belief? If it's watching videos, great. If it's listening to a podcast, reading a book, doing an act of service, meditating, prayer, whatever the thing is that helps you feel belief, do that every single day. Fill yourself up with it. I inject myself with so much vitamin C belief. I see belief as this injection that I put into myself every day. I have so much of it in me that if somebody sneezes their toxicity on me, I'm not gonna get sick because I've done the work, because I'm surrounded with so much belief. That's what you need for your life as well.
If you want to have more confidence and motivation, check out our 254 series. The link is in the description below.
And you have an overview of what your book is all about, and you write into them. There's usually a general email address so you can connect with them.
You can use rejection as fuel to help you go off and do something bigger and motivation to, I'm going to prove them wrong.
Surround yourself with greatness. If you want to be more confident, you need to surround yourself with things that make you feel confident.
Rule number 2, find your one word.
Nobody wants to work with somebody who doesn't have integrity. But what is integrity? What does that mean for you? How do you find it? How do you know what you stand for? For me, it all comes down to values. When you understand what you stand for as a human being, when you know what your most important core value is, then you know how to live with integrity, and you know how to build a business based around integrity as well. And so the process that I go through is your one word. I wrote a book about it. You can read it, you can pick it up and understand how to apply it to your business and your life. But at the core is figuring out, if I had to stand for one thing as a human being, what is that thing? And so a quick process. Let's go through this quick exercise together. You can pick up the book later. Right now, think about one. Who was your favorite teacher growing up? You've had lots of teachers growing up through high school, university, elementary school. Who was your favorite teacher? It wasn't because they taught you grade 10 math. There was a reason. What was it? Who was the person and what was it? 2, what was your favorite movie growing up? Pick your favorite movie and why. And then 3, who's your favorite entrepreneur? Who's the person that you look up to the most? Who did you learn the most from? Who do you most want to emulate? If I run through that scenario for myself, number 1, my favorite teacher is Madame Farr growing up at my school, Crescent School. She always believed in me. She always helped me. She always guided me. She helped take me from being a B student to an A+ student in my final year. She made me feel like it was possible. 2, my favorite movie is Seabiscuit. It's about this racehorse that's too small and a jockey that's too big and an owner that has no money and a trainer that's down on his luck. And they all seem to come together to build this racehorse that goes off and wins a whole bunch of races and helps lift the nation, based off a true story. I've seen that movie at least 30 times. 3, my favorite entrepreneur is A.P. Giannini. He started Bank of America. He was the guy who first gave immigrants in America money as a loan. He lent money to people based off of a handshake and a look in their eye, if you can imagine. He gave Walt Disney the money to have his first feature-length cartoon. Everybody thought he was crazy. And so what's a common thread through all that? Between Madame Farr, Seabiscuit, A.P. Giannini, they may all seem totally disconnected. They're not. If I had to write down 3 characteristics, this is what you should do. You write down your 3 names, and then you have 3 characteristics for each one. The word believe pops off the sheet for me. I think about all of them, and believe comes out. Madame Farr believed in me. My other teachers are really nice. They really helped me. It was amazing, but she really helped move the needle because she believed in me. Seabiscuit, I've seen lots of movies. I love them all. It's great. But the idea of believe coming through that racehorse, I love it. It's a cheesy movie, but I love it. And then A.P. Giannini is the believe banker. Lent money to people and bet on them when nobody else believed in them. My one word is believe. As a result, I've built my entire business around it, right? My life and my business are built around believe. My videos, my newsletter, my website, my speaking gigs, the books that I write, everything I create, it's not just a strategy, it's a way of living. And that's having integrity with yourself. So why don't I make a top 10 video series on the stupidest things that people say? Because it's anti-believe, because it's negative. My channel would actually be bigger if I did the negative side of things. People would rather be entertained and laugh at others than educate themselves and get better. People would rather sit at home and watch 4 hours of Netflix every night than go off and spend 4 hours learning and try to build a business. They just would. We'd rather be entertained and educated. But I don't want to be in that business. I don't want to be in a negative business. I don't want to be in the hater business because my one word is believe. And so that's having integrity with myself and then integrity with you guys, my audience, my customers, the people that I work with. And so yes, integrity is at the core of everything. If you don't have integrity, people do not want to work with you. But how do you figure out what that means? Of course, you're not going to go lie to somebody, right? Of course, stealing is going to be bad. But what else? How do you get more specific? The biggest problem is lack of clarity. People don't know what they stand for. And as a result, you're living up to other people's expectations and versions, where I want you to live inside yourself. I want you to be standing on a rock when everybody else is standing on quicksand. You have clarity, you have definiteness of purpose, and it starts with figuring out your one word. So you can pick up the book, or you can go through that 3-step process. Think about who your favorite teacher was and why, write 3 words down for it. Think about what your favorite movie is and why, write 3 words down for it. And think about who your favorite entrepreneur or hero is of all time and why, write 3 words down from it. Look at what's similar. Your one word will pop off the page, and now you know what integrity means to you.
Rule number 3, get excuses out of your way.
Most people focus on the problem instead of the solution, and that is why they fail. I like to say that there are a million reasons why your ideas will never work out and only 8 why they will. Either way, you're right. So it's better to focus on the 8. Your heroes, the people that you look up to, the people that you love and want to be like, right? Your heroes all succeeded with less than what you currently have right now. If they can all do it, so can you. The only thing in your way are your excuses. So one of the things that I love most about both my wife and my team is that they're always willing to find a way. One of the things that Nina loves most about herself, I had her fill out this form maybe 2 years ago of like, what do you love most about yourself? And at the top was, she's a fast learner. She loves learning new things. She loves taking on new challenges. And I love that. I love that about her. And I love that in people. I think you should be a fast learner. I think you should love learning. I think you should always be taking on new opportunities. Right now on my YouTube channel, I've split up my channel into 8 or 9 different channels, and then just recently I split them up again, where we launched a top 10 channel just for the top 10 videos. So the top 10 videos aren't on my main channel anymore, and then we're doing an everything channel where if you just want all the content, it's all on one spot. So it's chaos, it's crazy. My whole team has to be restructured, and everybody's taking on new projects and responsibilities, and we were supposed to have a 1-month transition phase to do it. That was the recommendation. That was the aggressive recommendation, is to have a 1-month transition period. And for me, 1 month just is death. It's just death. I mean, I said, oh, okay, great, 1 month. But then as I'm into it, on the Tuesday of like the first week, like, guys, we need to launch like this weekend. We need to launch this weekend. Let's go, right? And there's so many reasons why it's not gonna work, and there's so many problems, and yes, we're gonna make so many mistakes, and people aren't trained properly, and there's more work, and we need to, you know, we figure out who wants to do what and how. So many issues. Awesome, let's go. I think about Ray, for example, on my team, who has been doing all these thumbnails. So I have a set design for my top 10 rules thumbnails that people love, and it's been going like that for years. And I've always been on my team to say, I don't care that everybody thinks our thumbnails are great. They can be better. How do we make them better? And so finally, after years of testing, we finally found the format that would win, that would beat our original thumbnails. And there's minor differences. We zoom in on the face, we got rid of the second logo, we make the text bigger, minor differences. And then Ray's been going back and updating split tests, doing against our old videos. And we have 1,400 different split tests on our videos. It's crazy. I think I split test more than anybody on YouTube. So he's going back and updating all the old thumbnails and trying to prove a winner each time. And he's maybe, I don't know, halfway through. These are, think about it, how many videos we have on the channel. We've got 6,000 videos. A lot of them are top 10s. Now with this change, I found a new format. We found a new format, a new thumbnail, different color scheme, different text, different pictures, different logo, new thumbnail format, and we found that it's working. And so I said, Ray, I know you just changed all the thumbnails. We gotta do it again. He's like, this is so exciting, let's go. Like, I love this guy so much, right? Where most people, what are they're gonna complain. They're gonna say, I just did all this work on this other thing, right? You don't wanna be around people like that, and you definitely don't wanna be that. For too many people, the problem is for so many people, that's you. That's not even people around you, that's you. You're thinking about all the sunk costs that you put into something. You're thinking about, I invested so much into this thing, and now you want me to shift everything? Yep. You need to be on the yep side now. You need to adopt that kind of mindset, that kind of personality. That just because I worked before, it doesn't mean it's gonna keep working. You find something new, it's better. Let's go. This is what the whole game is about.
Now I've got a very special bonus clip on don't chase money that I think you're gonna enjoy. But before that, it's time for the question of the day. What is your single biggest takeaway from this video? What are you going to do to take action? If you made it this far in the video and you promise to take action after watching, we don't just watch a video, we do something. I want to celebrate you. Give me a hashtag believe in the comment below.
Chasing money makes you do stupid things. Money is important. It has to be in your top 5. It just can't be number 1. Your heroes, the people that you look up to, the people that you want to be like, the ones who went off and changed the world and made a lot of money in the process, they had a mission. Money was not number 1 for them. Look at whoever you look up to, respect, love, admire. Your heroes, understand them, look at their story. Money's in their top 5, but it's not number 1. And so when you go up against somebody like that, when you go up against somebody who's chasing down their purpose, and you're coming into the industry because you think it's a hot opportunity for this year, they're gonna crush you. You will always get crushed by the person who loves the thing if for you, it's just an opportunity. And so that's why chasing money makes you do stupid things. You get into an industry because you think it's gonna be a hot chance for you, but you're gonna lose because you don't love it. The people who love it will always win, and so it's much better for you to go off and chase down something you love and make money in the process of doing that thing. It's why the #1 rule for success that comes up the most consistently across all the people that I profiled, across all different kinds of industries and backgrounds, is you have to love what you do.
If you want to learn the fastest way to make a meaningful change in your life, check out the video next to me. I think you're gonna enjoy. Continue to believe. I'll see you there.